Alright, with that out of the way, we can move on. Now, this is going to be very dangerous for all of you. Well, except for Grid, because she can't go. Because, what will happen if they see a xenomorph with a group of humans? They most likely will kill a lone xenomorph. So Grid, it looks like you're going to hang out with him. Rather, stick inside of the vents. Are there vents where any of your siblings have been into, or any events that they haven't been into? Grid told Neo everything, and then she wrote everything that Grid told her. Everyone looked at what Neo wrote, and it said, there are a few events where my siblings have not been into, so maybe I should take those vents and just see how things are going. And just in case if the others get trapped, I should go with them. Because there's a lot more than just the croc alien, gorilla alien, snake alien, bull alien, mantis alien, and scorpion alien you gotta worry about. Oh? Wait. What do you mean by that? After telling everything, she wrote everything down again after she erased what she wrote before. Or she didn't wrote, and showed everyone on what she wrote. It said, let's just say there's a few more soldiers are a bit more dangerous than them. There's one particular xenomorph you gotta look out for. We call him One Eye. He's a xenomorph that stands about not as big as a queen, but big enough to pose a threat to anyone. He is immune to gunfire. The reason why we call him One Eye was because 3 weeks ago he actually earned his name by getting a severe wound by getting into a fight with Croc Alien. And of course his wound healed. He is very dangerous and very strong and powerful. You can say he's more like a elite guard, but strength, but kind of left the other guards to join the other xenomorphs to go out to collect humans for hosts or kill them. Then we have the other aliens whose giant heads just act like shields. They run very fast too. So there's them, and of course there's a particular group of xenomorphs that you gotta look out for. Or everyone was confused on what Grid mean by that. Of course, Neo wrote everything again, this time explaining about the more dangerous xenomorphs. Everyone looked at what Neo wrote, and it said about the same time at 3 weeks ago, a large group of xenomorphs got lost in the sewers, never to be seen or heard from again. Of course, when I was born, I got curious and actually went into the sewers to find out what happened to them. All but a few of them were, killed, frozen in time, or something. I don't know what exactly happened to them, but they were dead. And when I ran into the live ones, they seemed to only be attracted to noise. They glow bright green, yellowish, once when they hear something. And of course, they kind of act more like bombs. They'll explode on impact. I saw a human got lost down there. One xenomorph grabbed him and it exploded. Everyone was shocked to hear that. They had no idea what they were just hearing. Sean did the majority of the reading. Jesus. Wow. Okay, so there's something new. There's a group of xenomorphs that basically act like bombs. There's shields, and of course there's one large xenomorph that is basically an elite guard, but is a lot more dangerous. Is that correct? Grit shook her head up and down. Alright, so where does he like to pop up at? Where does one I like to pop up at? Grid shrugged. She had no idea where one I likes to hide. It's basically kind of rare for her and the other xenomorphs to kind of get a good look at him. Alright, so now we know what to do. If we see One Eye, we gotta look out for him. Of course, we gotta not end up in the sewers. We cannot end up in the sewers, because if we do, then we're gonna have to be in the... Because if we do, then we're gonna have to be quiet. And of course, we gotta look out for those bomb xenos, or whatever they are. But getting to this location is gonna be difficult. So, are you guys up for this task? Everyone shook their head. Alright. Grid, do you think you can stay hidden in the vents for a long period of time? Grid shook her head up and down. Alright then. Jackson explained everything about the new location where they need to go. And just like that, they all took off. Grid, being much more of a lookout, was in the sewers, or within the vents. Grid normally will go up ahead to take a look at things, just in case if there's any nearby, any near xenomorphs nearby, or humans. Eventually, they all arrived to a near train station. Okay, so here we are. This is the train that should take us to where we need to go. Oh. Grid, do you think you can get there faster on here, or you think you're good in the vents? Grid gave off a little hiss. Neo obviously spoke sort of for her and wrote on what Grid said. Everyone looked on what she wrote, and it said, I'll be flying in the vent. Hence, I think I'll see you there first. If not, then I might be a little bit late. Alright then. Everyone in the vent. Everyone in the train. Come on. Get in the train. Ruby said. Grit continued to use the vents to get to the location. So, while Ruby and her team took the train there, most likely it might take them 3 or 4 hours to get there, so it's going to be a long ride. To pass the time on the way there, they just had to play a few games and talk about random things. I still can't believe we have a xenomorph on our side now. It's like hard to believe, to be honest. I know, John. I never thought that Grit might actually be on our side. Actually, he seems like a nice xenomorph. But I'm still wondering if once when Grit becomes the new Queen Xenomorph, would that be enough to take on Salem and her army? Jean was more curious than everyone else about Grit and her Xenomorphs being the only hope that they have against Salem. Everyone noticed that Ruby was scared about one thing, though. What is it, Ruby? I'm scared about this one-eye guy. I'm just terrified for what Grit said back there. It kind of made me afraid of him. He's not only bigger, he's more stronger, more faster, and he's immune to bullets. Everyone can clearly see that Ruby had a point. One Eye sounded terrifying. They were not ready to meet him. Though it might take them 3 or 4 hours to get there, but still. And the fact that Grid does not know where does he like to hide made everyone else clearly more terrified. Well, let's just see what happens when we get there. Once when we get there, we should be able to figure out what we should do, even if we do come across One Eye. Hope you're right, John. Hope you're right. I'm still kind of a little terrified about that One Eye guy, though. Sounded terrifying. Really terrifying. I'm more scared to encounter him, actually.